MADFLY.
The movie opens in a U.S. military facility in South Korea in 2000. An American mortician orders his Korean assistant to dump tons of formaldehyde down the drain, knowing it'll flow into the Han River. The assistant objects, but follows orders. We see fish in the river swimming strangely after the chemicals hit the water. Fast forward to 2006. We meet Gang Do, a lazy, slow-witted man who runs a small snack shop by the Han River with his father, Hee-bong. Gang Do's daughter, Hyun-seo, returns from school, disappointed in her father's constant napping on the job. We learn that Gang Do's siblings are more successful. His sister Nam-ju is a professional archer, and his brother Nam-il is a college graduate, though currently unemployed. People relaxing by the Han River notice something hanging beneath a bridge. The mysterious shape drops into the water. Initially curious onlookers gather, including Gang Do, who throws food at the water. Suddenly, a huge amphibious creature emerges from the river and begins charging through the park, attacking and devouring people. Mass panic erupts as everyone flees. During the chaos, Gang Do grabs Hyun-seo's hand and runs, but realizes too late he's holding a stranger's hand instead. He turns back and sees the monster snatch Hyun-seo and dive back into the river. Gang Do desperately throws himself into the river, but can't find the creature or his daughter. The monster disappears with Hyun-seo. The government announces that the monster is the host of a deadly virus. Everyone who had contact with the creature, including Gang Do, is quarantined. The Park family holds a chaotic funeral for Hyun-seo. Nam-ju, Nam-il, and Hee-bong break down, while Gang Do remains in shock. Government officials in hazmat suits interrupt the funeral to take Gang Do away for further testing. While quarantined, Gang Do receives a static-filled phone call from Hyun-seo, who says she's alive, but trapped somewhere dark and damp with the monster. No one believes Gang Do because of his reputation for being dim-witted and the effects of the alleged virus. The doctors dismiss his claim as a hallucination. Realizing they must save Hyun-seo themselves, the Park family creates a distraction and breaks Gang Do out of the quarantine facility. They arm themselves and set out to find Hyun-seo, becoming fugitives in the process. Hee-bong uses his life savings to buy weapons from a black market dealer. The family follows Gang Do's instinct that Hyun-seo is being kept in the sewers near the Han River. The family reunites after hearing strange noises. They encounter the monster. Hee-bong tells his children to run while he stays behind with a shotgun to fight the creature. Despite hitting it multiple times, the monster recovers quickly and attacks him. In a heartbreaking scene, the siblings are forced to watch from a distance as their father is killed by the monster. Meanwhile, we see that Hyun-seo is alive in the monster's lair, a large sewer pit where it stores its victims to eat later. The monster regurgitates partially digested victims and stores them. Government agents track them down, causing them to split up. Nam-il runs off alone, Nam-ju is wounded while trying to escape, and Gang Do is recaptured and returned to quarantine. At the quarantine facility, American and Korean scientists prepare to perform a lobotomy on Gang Do to study the fictional virus. A sympathetic Korean doctor reveals to Gang Do that tests have found no virus in the monster or its victims. The virus was a government fabrication. The Americans are proceeding with the operation anyway. In the monster's lair, Hyun-seo finds a young boy named Se-jin hiding. He's a homeless child who was also captured by the monster. Hyun-seo protects him and tries to find a way out, creating a rope from the clothes of dead victims. She acts like a big sister to the terrified boy, showing incredible bravery. Nam-il contacts his old college friend who works for the government, hoping for information about the sewers. His friend betrays him to the authorities, but before being captured, Nam-il learns that the monster's lair is near a particular sewer outlet. During his escape, he discovers that the government knows there is no virus, but is covering up the truth. Hyun-seo finally attempts an escape with Se-jin, using her makeshift rope. They nearly reach the top of the sewer pit when the monster returns. They hide, but the rope is visible. As they try to climb out again, the monster grabs them and swallows them both whole. This tragic moment happens just as Gang Do is getting close to their location. All three siblings eventually make their way back to the Han River at different times. Nam-ju arrives with her bow and arrows. Nam-il comes with homemade Molotov cocktails. Agent Yellow is released into the area, creating a yellow cloud of chemicals that disorients everyone. Despite this, they continue fighting. Gang-do gets caught in the monster's mouth. Gang-do takes the opportunity while the creature is disorientated by the chemicals, pulls open its mouth, sees a small arm sticking out from it, and begins to pull them out. The creature vomits out several half-digested victims, including Hyun-seo and Se-jin. In a devastating moment, Gang-do discovers that Hyun-seo is already dead, having sacrificed herself to protect Se-jin, who is barely alive. Consumed by grief and rage, the siblings attack the monster together. Nam-ju shoots it with arrows. Nam-il throws Molotov cocktails. Gang-do thrusts a large metal pole into its mouth, dealing the final blow. And together the siblings finally kill the creature. Months later, we see Gang-do has adopted Se-jin. They live together in the rebuilt snack shop by the river. The government has acknowledged there was no virus, but still restricts access to the river. Gang-do keeps weapons ready and watches the river vigilantly, now a responsible caretaker to the orphaned boy, continuing his daughter's final act of protection. The Host is ultimately about family loyalty, overcoming all obstacles, including government corruption, personal limitations, and even monsters. The Park family, once dysfunctional, unites in crisis to save one of their own. Each member overcomes their flaws. Gang-do finds courage and resourcefulness. Nam-il uses his education for something meaningful, and Nam-ju conquers her hesitation. The film also serves as pointed criticism of both American military presence in South Korea and the Korean government's handling of crises. The monster itself is created by American carelessness, while the virus, panic, represents how governments manipulate public fear for control. The media's willing spread of misinformation shows how easily truth can be obscured during emergencies. Most powerfully, The Host reverses typical monster movie tropes by revealing its creature early and focusing instead on the human drama. The real monsters in the film are often the institutions meant to protect people, while the ordinary family members become the true heroes despite their flaws. If you enjoyed this content, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Hope to see you in the next one.